Broodstock management is the process where fish farmers choose fish that has good and preferable genetic qualities such as rapid growth potential, higher tolerance to dissolved oxygen deficiency, and poor water quality as well as high appetite. After the new eggs develop into dormant eggs, the breeders should eat a mixture of 50% natural food organisms rich in protein and 50% artificial feeds with a high content of carbohydrates, for example, maize. When the breeders are expected to spawn, they should consume artificial feeds with a 30% to 40% protein content to prevent fat accumulations in their gonads. To avoid overfeeding and feed decaying in ponds that could result in poor water quality, the fish must be weighed first to decide their feed ratio using this formula. An incubator is a device where fish eggs are artificially hatched that kept in monitored environmental conditions for the cultivation of microorganisms or for the treatment and safety of premature or sick larvae. It is the preservation of fertilized fish eggs in an incubator before the eggs finally hatch. The first step of making an incubator substrate is measuring the PVC pipe and cutting it. Second, measure the fine mesh net and rope using a ruler before cutting it. Third, make 4 holes on both sides of each PVC pipe using a solder and tie the fine mesh net to the pipes using ropes. Next, place the pipes inside a container filled with water and aeration before placing the eggs on top of the fine mesh net. After the female and male was recognized, the weight of the female was recorded before injecting a synthetic hormone into the female's muscle. The female was isolated for 10 until 12 hours. Then, the female was brought and covered with a towel to strip the eggs by pressing the belly. The sperm from the male set of male fish donor was mixed with the eggs in a bowl using a feather before the eggs were evenly spread on an incubator. Artemia is the most widely used food for live diets in culture of larvae of fish and shellfish because it is available all year round, can be packed in cans, can be used whenever needed, and has an incubation time as short as 24 hours. Another live feed is microworm, which is a nematode worm that is small enough to be ingested by fish larvae. It provides appropriate nutrition for many fish species and can be cultured everywhere, use less labor, and cost less than Artemia. The water quality in the tanks or ponds needs to be monitored and controlled by sampling, measuring, and recording or signaling of water characteristics that can be conducted in the laboratory to ensure its condition is favorable for the cultured species. In general, fish require saturation level of at least 5 mg per liter, and values lower than that can put stress on the fish, and lesser than 2 mg per liter may result to death. Fish also requires pH of 6.7 until 8.6. Due to the various presence of organic and non-organic substances, the color of the water may be different, and slightly green-colored water indicates that the water in the pond has high production. Furthermore, ammonia concentration is related to the amount of food wastage and the stocking density. Fish disease and pest problems can be identified by the swimming pattern, behavior of the fish, appetite, and the external symptoms on the fish body that can be seen using naked eyes. The water in the ponds or tanks should be changed regularly, and overfeeding with pellets should be avoided to prevent diseases or pest problems in fish. Fish that is infected should be moved to another tank and isolated until the fish is well. In a nutshell, fur production is vital to be taken care of by fish farmers because not only it can affect the profit of the fish farm, but it can also determine the fish farm's output. A successful fish farm should include good management skills, financial control, high rate of fish production, and the market value.